Are you experiencing preschool behavior problems with your child? Are you wondering how to deal with that type of situation? Stick around. I will definitely give you some tips. Hopefully, they can be of help to you, my dear busy mothers. Now, welcome back to my channel. And today we're going to be I will be providing you with information where I'm going to be addressing topics concerning my dear busy mothers. Now, I'm providing you with positive gems, which is positive information that will be very beneficial for you and your family. Now, today I'll be providing you with information on a topic that it bothers a lot of us as mothers. So I'm going to be looking at ways that you can, curb those little tantrums. So the topic for today will be preschool behavioral problems that you should never, ever, ever ignore, my dear busy mothers, because they may go astray. So preschoolers they engage in inappropriate behavior. However, there are some behaviors that your 3 or 4-year-old should not ignore in that age group. So we want to look at 3 to 4-year-old actions such as temper tantrums, breakdown, as well as using the word no or disobeying rules to show their independence. These are typical behaviors in them. They actually come as a natural part of their maturity. However, these behavioral problems might occasionally become a problem, my dear busy mothers. So, common 3 and 4-year-old behavior problems that we might experience around the homes with our little ones are, such as how you can tell if these typical 3 and 4-year-old behavior issues are a cause of concern. So you need to know what is their growing, maturing problem or what is cause for concern. There are some issues that you may have to stop them in your tracks. For example, we're going to look at some topics as interrupting you, being overly aggressive, being disobedient, breaking the rules, acting rudely, and lying. So when they're interrupting you when you're talking, my dear busy mothers, that is exactly a no-no. We do not want them to come around and not be disturbing your when you're doing something. So even though your child may be very eager to share something with you or ask you a question, letting them know that interrupting your questions or your discussions won't help them to learn how to be polite to other people and keep themselves busy when you're busy. So the author of the book, Getting Your Child from No to Yes, psychologist Jerry Wyckoff, he explains that as a result, these kids won't be able to handle dissatisfaction and they will believe that they're entitled to other people's attention. So you have to curb the behavior of them disturbing you so they know boundaries. So the next time you're preparing to talk on the phone or meet with a friend, let your children know what's going to happen so that and what you need from them as well. Let them know that until you're finished, you won't be able to have a conversation or play with them. Now, when you're engaging with small children, try to get them to be settled into an activity or ask them to play with a particular toy you have saved for a special occasion. The greatest way to reduce interruption is to keep them busy. If your child is frequently pulling at your arm and crying for your attention, try teaching them a hand signal that will allow them to calmly request your attention while you're also learning patience. While they're learning patience, ask the youngsters to place their hand on your arm or your leg, and if they require your attention while you're busy, after that, cover their palm with your own as a silent way of saying, I hear you. So inform them that if they do this, you'll pay them attention as soon as you are available.
Now, they'll understand that they won't succeed in interrupting you if you don't immediately stop what you're doing to give them your undivided attention. After you have finished talking, be sure to pay attention to them completely and take care of any needs they may have. Also, thank them for their patience in waiting for you to complete what you're doing by expressing thankfulness. You can help with their, reinforce the behavior of good mannerism. Now, let's look at when they are playing too rough. Now, you are aware that you must intervene if your child hits a playmate, but you should ignore less open forms of aggression, such as when they're pushing their brother or pinching a buddy. When you adopt a zero tolerance policy for aggressive conduct, this is very, very crucial. So by the age of 8, rough behavior might develop into a habit if you don't stop it. So, you need to convey the message that harming others is not okay, right? Now, how to stop them from, doing things that you would consider to be too aggressive? Now, the American Academy of Pediatrics, they state that violent conduct immediately take action on this one, as these toddlers lack impulse control, and they often don't have a vocabulary to completely express their emotions verbally. So they may engage in physical outbursts. So, my dear busy moms, you might have to intervene to stop them from biting, throwing, kicking. In order to stop this kind of behavior, you reinforce the idea to them: we do not hit, and hold your arms firmly but softly when you are expressing this. Let's look at pretending not to hear you, my busy mothers. Sometimes they hear, but they do pretend like they do not hear. So let's look at this area of concern. Now, my dear busy mothers, if your child do anything 2 or 3 times, or even if you have to call them to do something 4 times, like, getting into the car, stop playing with your toys, and you have to be repeating yourselves, that is not acceptable behavior. That is disobedience. And according to psychologist Kevin Lehman, he states that the first time, let them get it right the first time. Reminding the child that, repeatedly telling them something only trains them that the next time they're going to be wanting you to be repeating yourself. So they might develop a defiant and dominating behavior in their, in their growing stages. So what you want to do is walk over to the child, get down on their level, and instruct them on what they have to do, what you would like them to have done. Don't speak to them from across the room. Go over to them and speak to them directly. Give them clear, brief instructions, and make sure to look them in the eye and wait for them to say okay. Even better, repeat your directions to show them that you have let them repeat, so that they understand what you're saying, and there's a penalty if they do not follow through. Let's examine the behavior of your children helping themselves to a treat without your permission. Now, my dear busy mothers, this is also an unacceptable behavior, because while letting your child control activities that you should control, it does not teach them to respect rules. It is certainly convenient for them to get their own snack or switch on the TV. So you're going to say to them, it may be good when your 2-year-old walks along the counter and take cookies out of the cabinet. No, we don't want to wait for those bad behaviors to develop as they grow. So you need to create house rules and discuss them frequently with your child. For example, if the child turns the TV on without your permission, tell them to turn it off. Remind them to get your permission first. Defining the rule, let them know who is in charge. They need to ask permission before they turn the TV on. So my dear busy moms, if they're having a little attitude, well, let's say, we have to address this issue as well. Though you might not expect it, your child is a teenager or preschooler, frequently imitate older children when they go to school. So this can lead to some very sneaky behavior. So, see how as a parent, you need to respond to these behaviors. Shut it down. It's not a part of your home system. Some parents may ignore it because they believe, it's a phase and they will pass. However, sometimes they do not grow it out and it becomes worse. So find yourself when they become like disrespectful, you want to make sure that you intervene and make your children aware that those are unacceptable behavior. Make them conscious of their actions. Inform them, for instance, it appears that you don't agree with what I'm saying when you roll your eyes like that. Now, my busy moms, we do not accept children rolling their eyes. It's a form of disrespect. So we have to make sure that we stick to some, demonstrate good behavior in the home for them to follow. And by that, you only accept, expressions that are in keeping with, good parenting, of your good parenting skills. When they exaggerate the truth, for example, my dear busy mom, when your child is telling you, that they have done something that they have not done, this is dishonesty. And lying is a developmentally unacceptable behavior. So when they, start exaggerating lies, you should let them know that in order to avoid being punished, please, refrain from lying. Sit down with your children and correct them when they lie and make them aware of what is the truth and, give them a chance to, teach them good behavioral practices. And additionally, think about their motivation for lying, failing to achieve their goals. Insist that your child brush their teeth before enabling them to participate in activities they pick. For example, if they falsely claim to have done so, just advise them to go back and, take care of that. Now, please check the link in the description box below or click the box above to see more awesome videos that I have completed, such as decluttering, investing, fitness, parenting tips, and online businesses and meal delivery services that are best suited for you busy moms out there. Now, I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed creating it for you. Please go ahead and like, subscribe, and share. Please subscribe and share. And I invite you to join me on another video when I upload it for you busy mothers. So hit the notification bell so that you will know when I have uploaded yet another video. So click the video above. Bye.